Mike Lindsley back with you for an ML Sports Take here at Rosie's Corner. Make sure you get on down here. Rosie's is back from Florida, baby. They got the Fish Friday rolling today, the pizza, the wings. Everything smells amazing. Hot and cold subs, salads, everything you need here at Rosie's for your Friday. Don't forget to pair up the mac and cheese, the coleslaw, the French fries with your lunch or dinner version of that fish. Unbelievable stuff here at Rosie's Corner, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. The Florida Panthers are absolutely rolling. 5 straight playoff wins. Remember, they were down 1-3 against the Bruins. They win 3 in a row, epic fashion. Game 7 in Boston, one of the hardest places to win in sports. They get that done, then they move on. They go to Toronto, no problem, right? Quick turnaround. They win game 1, they win game 2, and they can pound you with power. The forecheck. They're great on special teams. They've got star power led by Matthew Tkachuk. They can block shots, and they've got the goaltender who, for some reason, in the postseason, figures it out. Sergei Bobrovsky is the best goaltender in the world right now. Remember, he was the netminder for the Blue Jackets when they took down the Lightning in the postseason a few years ago. Now he's absolutely stifled the Bruins. He's stifling the Toronto Maple Leafs. And oh, by the way, no big deal, right? I mean, Boston only has Bergeron and Marchand and Pasternak and all those great defensive players and DeBrusk and Coyle and everybody in between. Took care of them. Now he's got Toronto. Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews, Ryan O'Reilly, John Tavares. I mean, the talent and the finesse and the amazing offensive skill on both those teams. Bobrovsky is absolutely a maniac between the pipes right now, and they're heading back down to the Sunshine State up 2-0. But they can beat you in a bunch of different ways. They've got a couple of my former Sabres on there in terms of Reinhart and Montour. Again, blocking shots, penalty kill. They get it out. They can chip the puck up the ice. They can work the forecheck, or they can make the prettiest passes ever with the likes of Tkachuk and Verhaeghe and Barkov and company. And all their star power is rolling right now. I've said it for years and years and years. I've been a diehard hockey fan covering the game forever, and also a fan for, 37 years, 38 years now. You look at these teams in the postseason, it's very, very simple. It doesn't matter if you go back to the 80s, 90s, to today, whatever. The game maybe changes and all the rest, but there's 4 big things that you need to win a Stanley Cup. A, you got to have the goaltender. B, you got to be great on special teams. C, you got to have depth. And D, your stars have to be better than the other stars. And the Florida Panthers are checking each and every one of those boxes as they've gone on, not just the postseason. How about before that in the regular season? This team has been rolling and pounding the pavement every single day just to get into the playoffs. And what it reminds me of so far is another Florida team, the Marlins in 2003. That team got super hot in August and September. They rolled into the postseason, led by Pudge Rodriguez, and they had a bunch of young pitchers, and they were led by Josh Beckett. Really good overall team. Jack McKeon. They weren't a team that you look, though, in July, August. Oh, that's definitely a team that can go to the World Series. Well, surprise, they get hot. They crush the postseason. They go into the playoffs. They win a bunch of games. They get into the World Series, and they beat the mighty Yankees in 6 games, who had just come off of winning in 7 against their arch rival Red Sox with the Aaron Boone homer off the knuckleballer Tim Wakefield in the bottom of the 11th inning. Who can forget that call by Charlie Steiner? But then they get to the World Series. They lose to the Marlins. Josh Beckett shuts them down in Game 6. Voila, game over. This reminds me of the Marlins. I'm telling you right now, the Panthers, they started to push, in March to try to get into the postseason, and they have not stopped since. And they've won 5 playoff games in a row. Ultra impressive, the Florida Panthers, and they can nail you a bunch of different ways. Get on down here to Rosie's Corner. It's a Fish Friday. They've got the lunch version, the dinner version, amazing salads and subs. Try the Gold Fever wings, the garlic parm wings, the meatball bomber. And oh, by the way, don't forget about the specialty foods as well. The lasagna, the baked ziti, the stuffed shells. It's all here, baby. Mac and cheese Thursdays and Fridays, and you can get that Fish Friday paired up with your mac and cheese coleslaw and French fries. Jody, Jason, the gang, Asher, they're all back. Get on down. Route 11 in Brewerton, in front of the Brewerton Bridge. Rosie's Corner, available on the Slice app. Pizza, wing specials all day. Get on down here. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.